proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, pilot Jack Rubin in Skypan 16, chief meteorologist Tom Clark, and Joe Zone on sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Good evening. A major new industrial plant may be coming to our area.
500 new jobs would be brought to northeastern Pennsylvania if the plant decides on this area for sure. One of the counties supposedly being considered is Carbon County. The Newswatch 16's Kathy Elliott spent today trying to find out more.
She's live now in our newsroom. Kathy, what have you found out? Karen, no one will tell us which company we're talking about, and we don't know what the company produces because no one will tell us that either. No one wants to jeopardize a possible deal. What we do know is the company is listed in Fortune magazine's top 1,000 in the country. This is what Carbon County officials have their hopes set on, this undeveloped land in Mahoning Township off Route 443. The company is looking at this land as a possible site for a new plant where 500 people would work. Just what Carbon County needs right now.
We're aggressive. We want the industry. In the past, we've been a bedroom community. We don't want to be a bedroom community anymore. We want an industrial economic base.
Charles Robinson, the Director of Economic Development, says the county's unemployment stands at about 11%, and that could change for the worse. The nearby Mack truck plant in Allentown is closing, and the garment industry, which Robinson calls an employment safety net, is hurting because of imports. 500 jobs could bring unemployment down from 11% to 9% and maybe even lower.
But there are industries who may be able to service the existing. They might not be employing several hundred jobs, but we'll take as many 20 and 30 job industries as we can. They're very important.
Carbon County apparently isn't the only location being considered for a new plant by the company. We've learned that other sites in eastern Pennsylvania are also being looked at, including Lackawanna County. And an official in Carbon County tells me a decision could be made about the new plant within 2 weeks. Karen? Thank you, Kathy. On the downside of economic news, 28 people who work for the ARA services in Luzerne County will be losing their jobs tomorrow. The plant on the Chancery Parkway in Hanover Township is closing its doors because officials say there's just not enough work. ARA Services makes and services vending machines. At one point back in the 1960s, 185 people worked at the Hanover Township plant. When Newswatch 16 continues making plans for the future of Nanticoke's only hospital.
Plus, Jerry Gartenberg will be here with an Action 16 report on those sweepstake offers. Are they on the up and up? The answer.
Can we provide you with an IRA to save taxes and plan for retirement?
What is going to happen to the Nanticoke State General Hospital? Well, that's what a consulting firm from Philadelphia is going to find out as it begins a study on the hospital. We've been telling you that our state wants to get out of the hospital business. But in Newswatch 16's Mark Davis report, some feel Nanticoke State is much more than a business.
Since 1909, Nanticoke State General Hospital has been serving the people in and around the lower Luzerne County area. It was opened for the treatment of miners and railroad workers and other people who weren't able to afford health care. It's an important part of this community, and that commitment remains today. People who work here want to see the hometown feeling stay, no matter who takes over. Joan Burns is the emergency room supervisor. She's worked here for 21 years and knows what the personal touch is all about.
I feel that people that come here feel more reassured because of the familiarity with one another, that you can talk to the person as more family than you can in a bigger hospital.
Besides that family feeling, there's the closeness of having this hospital nearby to a large senior citizens area. Mr. Ranke has been a member of the housekeeping staff for 11 years.
Just hearing the people, patients as you work here, they feel it's very convenient for them to come into Nanticoke Hospital. It's not the bit of having to travel up towards what's there.
Those feelings of community and closeness will be important things to consider for the future, according to Marty Sellers, head of the company doing the study.
Even if this hospital is affiliated with another hospital, there will need to be a lot of community control over that so that the responsibility for the hospital and the governance for the hospital remains here in Nanticoke.
Now, if you have an opinion on the future of Nanticoke State General Hospital and the people at HealthTech doing the study on its future, want to hear from you. There's a special day-long public hearing set for the Nanticoke Municipal Building on March 6th. You'll be able to offer your comments then. The study on the future of Nanticoke State General Hospital should be finished and a decision made by the state sometime by the end of 1986. I'm Mark Davis, Newswatch 16, reporting live with the Instacam at Nanticoke State General. Karen, Nolan?
Thank you, Mark. There are as many patients at the 7 state general hospitals to date as there were before the recent 9-day state nurses strike. State officials say the hospitals are once again able to function at full capacity with full-service health care to each of the communities served. With all of them in our area, state general hospitals are located in Hazleton, Scranton, Shamokin, Nanticoke, Coaldale, and Ashland, also in Center County, Phillipsburg. Shamokin and Nanticoke were not affected by the strike, as nurses there reported for work as usual.
Many of you have been writing to Jerry Gortenberg and Action 16 asking about those contest offers you get in the mail. The big question, are they on the up and up? Well, Jerry tells us how to sort out the bona fide sweepstakes from the fraud.
You know, there are plenty of legitimate sweepstakes out there. They really do award all those prizes. Publishers Clearinghouse and the Reader's Digest are two of the most well-known. But what do you do if you've never heard of the contest offer? Here's one that says my assistant just won a prize in a $25,000 giveaway. Is it for real? Well, that's hard to say, since just about all the contest offers I receive look legitimate. They arrive on official-looking stationery and demand an urgent reply. Some warn against tampering with the mail. This one even has an emblem that looks like an American eagle, our country's symbol of trust. All of this grabs your attention, but it doesn't prove a contest's on the up and up. In fact, the only way to find out for sure about a contest is to enter and see what happens. Still, there are some things you can do to avoid getting caught up in a contest con. First, read over the contest literature. Make sure it tells you what prizes will be awarded and when. Also, the odds of winning and the name of the judging organization. And ask for a list of contest winners, say, from the previous year. Finally, ask yourself whether you're getting into a legal sweepstakes. The legal ones don't cost more than the price of a stamp to enter. The illegal contests? Well, they may promise you the world, but always for a fee.
So it is the consumer that causes these people to stay in business because we keep sending them our money.
But Postal Inspector Rosalind Britt says just about always you'll wind up disappointed. Now, that can happen when you enter a legal contest, too. But at least that way, all you stand to lose is a stamp and maybe a little pride. Jerry Gortenberg, Action 16.
The State Department of Environmental Resources is investigating a milky substance that's on the Susquehanna River. It smells like oil or gas. This afternoon, a DER inspector and the Plymouth police of that silt, which appears to be coming from some runoff upstream and being pulled into the Susquehanna by the swift current. DER says there is no apparent danger to the public or to the river at this time.
The Weather Watch is next with our chief meteorologist, Tom Clark.
Yeah, what is this about Old Man River coming? I mean, Old Man Victor on the river and elsewhere.
You realize we haven't had any snow in 4 days.
Oh, boy, Tom.
We're overdue. No doubt about it. When we come back, I'll tell you when it's going to start. But first, you're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV, and we're proud to serve Fountain Springs and all of Schuylkill County.
Hi, I'm Bob Nolan, chairman of the Montage Ski Area. It's my job to keep on top of things. We have long, wide trails that are groomed daily. We have lifts that can move 6,000 skiers an hour to the top of this mountain, so there's no long lift lines. We have all trails lit up for night skiing, and we're easy to get to. Come to exit 51 on Interstate 81 in Scranton. Come on up to Montage. You'll love what you see.
Which class came out on top this week in our Newswatch 16 News Game? Well, we go to Lackawanna County for our winner this time. It's Dunmore High School and this Problems of Democracy class. These seniors are taught by William Hopkins. It's the first time in our weekly current events competition that these students answered most of the questions correctly. Mark Annick conveyed our congratulations to the Dunmore students. Runners-up this week, Scranton Tech.
The news game moves right along. Out we go to the backyard. Tom, how much rain is out there?
Well, this is something unusual, Karen. It's not raining in the backyard.
That's unusual lately.
It's very strange. But since midnight last night, let's see, 0.06 of an inch of rainfall here. But today makes 7 days in a row that I've had to empty this rain gauge, and it'll be 8 days in a row after tomorrow.
Getting to show you some temperatures now across the area. I want to begin here in Luzerne County. Al Manco has 37 degrees in his backyard. Ray Gare in Powys, Lycoming County, 35. And in Tannersville, Kristen Schreck has 30 at her place. At our place, the sky is cloudy, as it is at your place. 35 degrees here, humidity 85%. The wind is from the east at 8, and the barometer is holding steady at 30 inches even. 37 and 35, not much of a range in temperature here today. 65 on this date back in 1930. Sunny a year ago, and 41 degrees. And a view today along the tracks in Muncie, Lycoming County. Make that Milton, Northumberland County. Okay, this satellite view is just seen. Look at all the clear sky down there over Texas. That was the place to be if you like it hot today in Laredo, Texas. It hit 100 this afternoon. But while that was happening, in northern Texas, it was only in the 20s, about 29 degrees up there. Quite a contrast. Either side of this cold front, that is moving towards Pennsylvania. You can see a lot of clouds building out ahead of it. And as it moves on through tomorrow, it's going to bring a little bit more than just rain. Just for tonight, a few patches of drizzle and fog. That's about it. Low temperatures about where they are now. Camptown, 34. Music, in the number 4 section of Music, 34. Mifflinville, in the mid-30s, as in Pottsville and Lock Haven. The wind tonight will be out of the southeast, no more than about 12 miles per hour. 6:51 in the morning is the sunrise time, and sunsets now at 5:45. Overnight, it'll stay cloudy, some patches of fog, but I don't expect any dense fog in the morning. I do expect some rain to develop by about daybreak. Should be a wet rush hour tomorrow. 37 for the high, and then temperatures will begin to drop off in the afternoon. I expect that rain will change over to snow about noontime, give or take an hour, and then it'll snow into tomorrow night. About a couple of inches of slushy accumulation is likely by 7 p.m. No major problems on the highways as we see it now. And then the snow tapering down to flurries Saturday morning, partly sunny, and then some flurries on Sunday. But look at that. That's down to about where it should be this time of year. So we're due. Hey.
I guess.
We'll wait for it.
Say, Tom.
Okay. Thanks, Tom. See you on the update.
This Sports Watch is next with Joe Zone, and Joe will set us straight on tonight's basketball playoff lineup.
Plus, Joe's going to show you the all-time leading scorer in the Pennsylvania College Athletic Conference. Planning a trip? Travel with a name you know you can trust. March. Whether by land, by sea, or by air, March Travel is ready to send you anywhere. Our friendly and professional staff is prepared to offer all the full services of a worldwide travel agency. Our computer access allows for the best pricing and guaranteed reservations.
Your flight reservations are confirmed. Thank you for calling March Travel.
If you're starting those plans for that long-awaited vacation, put March Travel on the top of your list, and we'll take care of the rest. Joe tells us it's basketball playoff time. Where will you be?
In paradise, I hope. Anyway, it happens at this same time every year, just about the time they're getting ready for spring training. All local high school kids are heading into the playoffs, and it really gets going tonight. Schuylkill League semifinals. Well, they've got number 1 Panther Valley at Pottsville. Jim Thorpe plays Schuylkill Haven. In the East Penn Conference, Allentown Central Catholic plays Whitehall. If Allentown wins, they'll play again for the overall title. Colonial League, 4th-ranked Bangor plays Nazareth. If Bangor wins, they are the overall champ. In the Centennial League, 6th-ranked Lehighton plays red-hot Northern Lehigh. If Lehighton wins, they are the overall champ. And in the Wyoming Valley Conference Division I, Hazleton, Bishop Hoban will play the winner, plays Nanticoke on Saturday for the second half championship. There have been a lot of terrific basketball players who've played in the Pennsylvania College Athletic Conference, but not a single woman has scored more career points than this week's sports star.
When it comes to scoring, Tina Martin didn't write the book, but she might have contributed a chapter or two. With 30 points last Wednesday night, she went over the 2,000-point mark for her career at Lock Haven University, and she became the all-time Pennsylvania Conference scoring leader.
I knew if I had an average year, I'd have a chance of making it. So I kind of used that goal to spur me on when I got tired and when I was running and say, come on, one more step, 2,000 points out there.
I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say that she's probably, that athlete that every coach dreams about. What she lacks in speed,
she makes up with her skill and her intelligence and her determination.
The scoring has been a big part of Lock Haven's success over her 4 years. They won the Pennsylvania Conference title last year. But it was ironic that on the night that Tina was successful, the team wasn't.
2000 was like beyond my wildest dreams, and when I hit it, we were behind, and like I said before, part of me was really ecstatic because, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did it, and then part of me was upset because we had lost the game.
Tina, what a marvelous accomplishment, going over 2,000 points last week. You're the WNEP-TV Sports Star of the Week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Sports Star runners-up: Steve Pfeifferman, Mifflinburg; Joe Cesari of North Schuylkill; Sal Marquez out of Dunmore; Eric Jacobs from the University of Scranton; Gary Carnish of Panther Valley; and Denise Cole of East Stroudsburg High School. So you think you're a runner, I suppose. Yeah, I can do 2.5 miles a couple times a week, but there ain't no way I can run this event. The annual Empire State Run, all the way up to the top of the Empire. Tim Carlson tried out this year, all the way up to the Empire State Building top, and men's and women's winners today. Now, I don't usually disagree with Penn State football coach Joe Paterno, but I got to tell you, I take exception to something he said last night. He's being honored as the Eastern Coach of the Year. By the way, Bucknell's George Landis was also honored. He led Bloomsburg to the national semifinals back. Now, let's go back to Paterno. He says he's uncomfortable with big-time college football these days, but says the East runs the cleanest program. Now, I don't know how you can say that. I mean, how can you generalize and pick out the section of the country where Penn State just happens to be and call it the cleanest in the country? That's just a bit too convenient for me. That's all of it. Give tonight your best shot, and we'll see you at 11 o'clock. I mean, the people in the Southwest Conference think they have the cleanest, so on and so forth.
Who does?
They're probably being quoted that way tonight, too.
I hope.
Thanks, Joe. When Newswatch 16 continues, we'll tell you about some new life for an old hotel.
Pottsville Nico Allen Hotel is open again and looking better than ever. We'll tell you more next.
A celebration, because you can save now during Great American Frigidaire Savings.
Great American Frigidaire savings are available now at these area dealers. Yuengling was brewing premium beer back in 1956, in 1919, in 1860, and all the way back to 1829. 5 generations of the Yuengling family have been helping America quench her thirst for over a century and a half. What a tradition. What a great beer. Yuengling, America's oldest, is still America's best. And that's a promise from Dick Yuengling himself.
Finally, a Pottsville landmark has reopened as a senior citizen tie ride. Newswatch 16's Bob Costantini says it was open house today at the Necco Allen Hotel turned apartment building.
Once a hotel room, now it's a model for a privately run senior citizens apartment building. The old Necco Allen looks brand new inside, and its downtown Pottsville location is attracting many to consider living here.
Could like go shop and I go up here close by to church and everything. It's really convenient for me.
Penrose management of Kingston has turned a rundown hotel into 65 apartments. Rent here is subsidized by the Federal Department of Housing and Urban Development. The people who live here will pay roughly 30% of their monthly income towards their rent. A few have already moved in. John Lango says he had trouble finding a senior citizen apartment in the area.
They were all taken up, yes, until this place opened up when there was vacancies here.
Then there's Robert Bob, who has moved into the same room he lived in for 8 years before the old hotel closed down. He has some unique memories.
I was very well liked by the stores that done the cleaning and stuff like that. And we had quite a few little celebrations in this room. I don't want to tell you what we were doing, but
we can guess. Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, Pottsville.
Yes?
I can.
Okay.
And that's Newswatch 16 for this Thursday.
Be sure to join us tonight on the Update when we'll be telling you why there's no business like show business. That is, no business.
World News Tonight is next with a story on some changes at NASA.
For the team, thank you for joining us.
Enjoy your evening.